played last night, you would think they'd have some legs first period, at least.
Well, I think it's a comfort of playing the game because they've got game number one underneath their belt. Probably things that they can learn. As a coach, you can teach a little bit and try and get your team to play a little bit better. And that comes through, again, just the experience part of it. But we can use that too. I mean, we gotta play hard and fast and physical. They played, they had to travel. So we got to make things hard on them and try to invest in the game early on, and hopefully it pays off later.
No Fedor Tootin tonight. David Savard go in for you?
David Savard will be in. Toots will not play.
Do you expect Fedor to travel with you tonight?
Right now, I haven't made that decision.
As far as the decision between Eriksson and Savard, you've been saying it's going to be a tough one. What kind of made you go with Savard?
We all felt as a coaching staff that David had a better camp than Tim did.
Todd, he really made a big step from last year, didn't he? To obviously gain your trust during the training camp and for opening night.
It looks like he invested over the summer as far as his training, and I think he dropped some weight, which is something that he needed to do to make him a little bit quicker out on the ice. And his game was better in the exhibition season. But this is always going to be a test for any young player. I know David's he's played a few years pro. It'll be a good test for him. A game like tonight, just the speed is going to pick up, the intensity is going to pick up, and it'll be a good test for Ryan Murray and Boone Jenner as well.
Todd, talk about your opposition. You had a chance to watch him play last night.
I did. Obviously got off to a great start. You could see the momentum, I think, start to shift a little bit in Washington. They got some weapons that I think if they start feeling good about their game, they can become a real threat, and that's what it was. But I thought they played hard. Some real simple things, going to the net, pucks to the net, created some turnovers with their speed. So there are lots of things that we need to prepare for tonight to battle against these guys.
You mentioned Murray and Boone. Do you have to say anything to them in their first game in the NHL?
I won't. We've done some talking with these guys through the exhibition, and part of it being a young player is getting yourselves ready. And I know they'll be ready. To me, these are the games that are somewhat easy to play, and what I mean by that is just your focus. The energy is going to be there. It's when you get into the grind of the season. It's when you play back-to-back games that I think it might become a little bit harder on these young players.
Heard another tough decision was the puck drop. Heard there was some lobbying to meet Jack Nicklaus tonight. And how did you decide on Brandon doing it?
Wow, it wasn't really a lot of thought put into it. I looked at Brandon. He's a center. He's one of our leaders, and he gets the opportunity. I wasn't even thinking about Jack and golfers, anything like that. I mean, we're here to play hockey, and I hope the focus of our guys is not worrying about who's dropping the puck with Jack Nicklaus. They better be ready for their first shift.
Well, do you like the idea of opening with a back-to-back and the second leg coming on the road?
It doesn't really matter to me. Hockey's hockey. We get into it. I'm excited that we get to go to New York, and it's their home opener, which should be another great environment. They're coming off of a fairly successful season. I'm sure they were disappointed that it ended more quickly than they wanted to, but they have a lot of momentum and things to build off of there. So I'm guessing it's going to be a great environment tomorrow.
With 8 days off between games, do you sense any sort of not quite being up to speed early, or do you feel like this team's ready to pounce? Or
I feel my gut tells me that they're ready to bounce, but we'll see. Again, sometimes in these games, I think you get so wound up that the brain shuts off, and you start doing some uncharacteristic or stupid things out on the ice, and that's what we have to avoid. We got to channel the energy. I think that's going to be in the building tonight. We got to channel the excitement, everything around it. But again, it can't cross the line where, again, undisciplined, uncharacteristic, bad penalties, bad turnovers, because our brains aren't quite up to speed because the emotion has taken over in the game.